Civilization 6 on the PlayStation 4. Aztecs turn 284. Prince difficulty, quick game speed, no barbarians, flat world, inland sea. It's the year 2003. We're getting ready to switch. Actually, we're not switching government. Actually, we need to switch government. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Let me set that up. We're switching to democracy. I forgot to change from the Metric Republic. So we're going to be a democracy now. Yay. So we're going to have one more gold, and we're going to have one more gold policy and one more diplomatic policy, which will serve us no good whatsoever. Again, I could go with communism because we get the benefits of democracy with one fewer. That's what I mean. We have one fewer wild card, but we have two more red cards. But the red cards aren't that useful. See, if we had a red card, we could reduce our unit maintenance. That's fine. We can increase our movement if you're in friendly territory. That's fine. Doesn't do any good for settlers, really. And production for space race project for city has either a military academy or a seaport. Well, too late. Can't do that because I'm pretty sure our space race city is called Gears. It's one of our most productive cities, but we can't really do anything there. Toward L Navy is excluding carriers. Strategic Air Force. Nope. Let's see. Accumulate less war weariness. Whatever. Production towards all air units towards carriers. Strength when a non-religious unit fights the religious. No, we don't care about that. Production towards encampment buildings. Not really, no. So there really aren't that many improvements to be gained from this stuff. I mean, I only need 2 red cards to actually mean anything. For it to actually mean anything, I don't need 3 red cards. And there is no, a theocracy is the only place that has only 2 red cards. I mean, we could use a model card system. Like, look at this. Except democracy, we get 2 greens, which we don't need. We have 2 wild cards, which are always good. We already have 2 wild cards for the Merchant Republic. We'll have an extra green, which will serve us no purpose whatsoever, really. And we'll have an extra yellow card, so that's going to be fine. We'll do that. I'm curious if we can switch to communism, though. We can't switch to communism. We already came. Hey, imagine going the opposite way, going from democracy to communism. We're not going to talk about that. Okay, so we have 2 yellow cards we can use now. So this sounds great. We know we're going to use e-commerce. I mean, there's no question about that. In fact, I'm probably going to switch out one of these policies. So I guess we can use logistics. By the way, this holy site adjacency bonus gives us 10 faith. So we're going to lose 10 faith if we do this. But we'll probably add it back if we want to. We're not going to do any great people cards anymore. I like how the wild cards are all, I like how the wild cards are all, like, related to great people. Diplomatic. So we don't need science anymore, so let's get something that gives us more gold. So I guess two green cards means we get more gold. We don't have any allies, really. Yeah, we don't need that. Enemy crypt spy level reduced by 2 sounds good. So we won't have to waste a bunch of time trying to rebuild all our stuff when the Scythian spies keep blowing it up every 7 turns. You have a spy sitting in the industrial zone, and the spies are still pillaging it. It's happened 3 times in this game, and it happened in a harbor, in one of our major harbor city earlier in the game. That's already been fixed. They've never come back for it. Okay, this sounds good. Trade routes provide. That's an ally city. We don't care about that. But we could become an ally. That means we have to fight the Japanese, and we don't want to do that right now. Enemy spies reduced by 2 off all cities except for an extra amenity. We don't want to do a police state. Cryptography sounds good, though. We'll get to that later. Okay, e-commerce. That is a gimme. It's just free money. And we could end up doing extra tourism or extra food. We don't really need extra food for domestic trade routes, I want to say. But it's only going to be for 6 turns, so whatever. So we could do this, which gives us even more money. We don't really need money right now, because we can just spit out more faith instead. Like these holy side, we can bring back the holy side adjacency bonuses, unless you want to get more tourism, so we can stay ahead of the Scythians, I guess. Because we're gathering more, we already have more great works as is, so that's great. We just double our tourism from what? I think we're getting maybe 25 tourists from doing this. So I guess we get 50 more tourists. That's great, I guess. We got to finish surrounding our cities, which is the other problem. I get we're almost done surrounding our cities. We're going to be fine. So once we're done with that, then we can focus on, you know, getting more tourists, I guess. There are only 2 other cities I'm trying to surround right now. I got maybe Cumberland, but definitely Fox, because that's our newest city. It's our newest big city. We want to keep it Valkyrian, if you know what I mean. We don't have any great works of music, so whatever. We're not going to have a single work of music of this entire civilization. It's going to be amazing. So we're going to get a bunch of money and a bunch of face. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're going to so much. So watch our. We're going to have 90. We have 98 faith, 618 gold. So watch what happens. Wow, we doubled our faith. Got 50 faith for doing that. Wow. When did that happen? Oh well, I'm not complaining. We're also doing holy site prayers. I guess that counts. So all we did was just use democracy to just spit out a bunch of money. Not complaining. So now we have to fiddle around. So we'll get to that in a second. You have gurus and apostles that have to be moved. You have the spy. You're worthless, by the way. By the way, we turned on this no-mo psi tack to establish that we don't want any more science in any of our cities. But it's probably worth noting that none of our cities are generating extra science as a result of a citizen being reassigned. And what I mean by that is if you go to our yields right here, the science bar is in blue. It's in the 3rd column from the right. It's in blue. Check out our campus bonuses here. There are no bonuses at all for worked tiles. What we're looking for are we're looking for our science bonuses based on worked tiles. And if you go down here, you're not going to see any science bonuses really for worked tiles. For trade, sure, but not for worked tiles. We have one here in Kazan, probably for like I think it's for like a luxury or something. But you see what I mean? You can't just go to your yields and turn off science because it's not going to adjust any of these values. So there's no value right now in us turning off science. But what it does mean is that if we're focusing on trade routes, we don't have to spend an ounce of energy thinking about science trade routes. We're just going to get science from our trade routes anyway. All of our international trade routes spit out science because that's our policy now. And we have, if any Buddhist holy site has a wat in there, we're going to get science out of that. We don't need it, but we got it. Because it comes along with the Buddhist faith in this game. It's innate to Buddhism in this game. You end up getting science from certain religious buildings. I don't think we have Watts. We have something else. My religion. Yeah, okay, we have Watts. Apparently we haven't been growing them. We have shrines and temples. But we don't need Watts. That's the point. We've already grown them. Buddhism has pagodas, which give you faith. Okay, so we are generating Watts. It's just that I think the cities that had Watts have already been taken over by Buddhists, except maybe for Cap, our capital city. Zoroastrianism is the dominant religion in 0 cities. They've been completely taken over by Buddhism, which is not inaccurate. Which is not inaccurate apparently in West Asia. Valkyrism is the dominant religion in 7 cities, all of them mine. We have Watts. Buddhism allows for pagodas, which give you more faith. Ooh, church property. So that means the Buddhist cities with holy sites have church property that gives us more gold. So it works out in our favor in some cases. But again, we have 2 holy sites. Actually, no, we have 3. Our capital city, C-Nor-T, which is northeast of our capital city. And in fact, we'll probably just rename it. And of course, Chapo is our largest city. They are our eastmost holy site. They're our easternmost Valkyrian holy site. So there it is right there. The other holy site we have is in Metro, and it's been taken over by Buddhists. So we use this city to spit out Buddhist gurus like this. And when I spit out those Buddhist gurus, what they do is that we send them to our vulnerable cities and surround them because Japanese Buddhists, foreign Buddhists, will not convert cities that are surrounded by Buddhists. Specifically, Buddhists will not convert cities that are surrounded by other Buddhists because they won't attack other Buddhists. They're only attacking people of other faiths. So if you see here, we have some Valkyrian apostles. They're going to be attacked. But these Buddhist apostles have been sitting here surrounding our capital city, and we're not letting them in because we have gurus of the same faith. They're loyal to our civilization. They will not convert us. Gurus don't convert. So if we surround our city with these Buddhist gurus, these foreign Buddhists will not convert our city because they can't get through. They can't share a tile with a foreigner, with a foreign citizen. They won't attack a foreign Buddhist. They won't attack a foreigner of the same religion. So it makes sense. And the question is, are they converting anyone else? Like this dude right here might be trying to convert Cumberland right here. But right now Cumberland's still ours, so we're okay. We'll come back to that. We're not going to spend a bunch of time talking about religious combat until the end of the videos. We have a new settler we spat out here in Harbor. We have a settler headed here to Japan. Right here on, we're going to build along this coastline. The Japanese have expanded out here. We're going to send a settler up to this place we've dubbed Incentris, so we can grab this citrus and this incense right here, which is the only reason why we're building out here, actually. We might be able to build another city up here and keep the Japanese out, but once we've locked down that corner, we're going to focus on building along the other side of this mountain range. And actually, I just found this out. If you can ride across the water here, you can get to the other side. So I can probably make a note of that. So that's how you get. So there's a mountain range here and a mountain range here. So if we can turn that into a northwest passage, and send the ships on through, I guess. Sea south might be okay for now. We'll focus on the food situation later. We have an artifact that has to be sent back here. We have to replace farms here. In fact, sorry, let me change that. Probably, again, we're going to do all this fiddling when I'm not recording. Where's the, there we go, neighborhood. There. Incentris, Japan, Lux. We're going to build another city out there. We're definitely going to build out here if we can. But yes, no more science. We don't have to worry about that, so. We're not using works tiles for science anyway. So, map tax, ad tech. Give me a second. So if we go over here, we can get to the other side of the mountains. So here's your northwest passage. And I guess we'll call it a pass. Pass Mountain. Pass Lake, I guess. So what do you call this? You want to call it a road? I mean, what do you want to call it? Big trade route? I guess you can say that. No, we don't want to do that. It's road. So we'll call it a road. Well, it's technically a lake. So we'll call it a road. Called Pass Mountain. So we know that at some point, if we build up here, we'll be able to build away from the Japanese, and we'll be able to set up a road that we'll be able to set up a path through this lake that gets us to the other side of the mountains. So we can still claim this place. We can still claim this corner of the map, and if we can settle right around here around the tundra, we can set up a legitimate pathway of goods and services without having to go through this choke point down here. Because there are only two ways, because this mountain range has only two paths through it. This path right here, and that path down there. And that's, like I said, that's a choke point through Japan. We do not want to mess with that. So I guess we figured it out. So it pays to explore, kids. Of course, we didn't bother to send the scouts out here. So now that we've launched a satellite, we can explore every tile on this map, and that revealed that from the satellite. So there you go. Intelligence, yo. Geographers for the win. We also have a couple of cities here too. I probably need to make a note of. No, Patrick's already expanded out to the poles. So any other choke points you need to worry about? I want to say no, because all the poles have already been explored thanks to our rocket ship. There's some copper and oil down here if you really want it here in Antarctica. I guess if you want to surround the Japanese, you could if you wanted to build something right down here east of Kazan. They might choke on that. Let me check. Let's see. That's impassable, but this is not impassable, kids. So you might want to lock this down just so we can secure that trade route, or at least that passage. It might not even be a trade route, because we're probably going to need an airport out there anyway, because there's no reason to send people here. So if you have an airport here, it can supply what can generously be called Greenland. I guess we'll call this Greenland. See, we have citrus right here in the tundra. You believe it? This is tundra. So there's literally citrus right here on the edge of the tundra. Don't get me started on that. What is the furthest north you can actually grow outside? You can actually grow oranges and limes outside of a greenhouse. I'm sure you can grow, you know, like oranges in Alaska. I just don't know why you would. But I guess you could, because you have plenty. It's plenty wet. So if you can keep the place hot, you know, with lots of, you know, you can keep the place hot in a greenhouse. So I guess a greenhouse could grow oranges. Now that I think about it, depends on the soil you have, though. I wonder if all that good volcanic soil can be used for growing oranges in an Alaskan greenhouse. That would be fun to see. On a related note, let's get the settler out here. Where are we sending you? So the Cumberland settlers we're going to send out. We're going to send to places in the western part of the map. And we'll send these Haba settlers to the other side of the map, out to Okinawa and such. So if we're going to build out in Japan, let's build further north. And maybe between Barca and Japan we can set something up. But the more important thing is setting up a border city in Japan so we can lock it down a little bit. Because we already have Barca confirmed, but the only way through it is to go through... We have to go through the water to get through Barca, but that's okay. How many turns is this? Hold on, this is messed up. Yes, it's doing bad pathfinding again. Just a second. Yes, 6. See that? 3, 6, 3, 6. That's what I'm talking about. Bad pathfinding. So stay up here. We'll make it work. Yes, see, 4, 7. So if you go too far east, you end up going through Tripoli, and that makes no sense to me. So we're going to go over there eventually. So I'll tell you what. We'll keep it simple for now. We'll send them due east and then keep them away from Tripoli. Yeah, like that. So in 3 turns you can make it here. Then we'll work it out eventually. Because we're going to go all the way over to Japan. So let's do that. It's so bizarre why the game is doing that. That is beyond bizarre. I guess we're heading that direction anyways to see what happens. Okay, what else we got? We got a spy that's awaiting his turn. Do we need any more food routes here? 1, so we need another one. Because we already set this one up. No available trade routes. Well, probably because we've already gone to Janwar already, and we have another route going to Suez. That makes no sense. How are there no available trade routes? I thought we had 20 trade routes. What just happened? Just a moment. That's messed up. We had 20 trade routes. They disappear when we... Oh, that's right. Oh! That's what happened. We switched governments to... We were a merchant republic. Yeah, we lost 2 of our trade routes because we were a merchant republic, and that gave us 2 extra trade routes. Boom, we lost them both. So, wow, that sucks. So I guess we just have to send them to another city and see if we can just park them somewhere. That's messed up. I guess we can just get rid of the unit. That's something I hadn't considered. We're going to disband it. We have to disband it, which is fine. They're cheap. Tell you what. We have to straight up disband it because we lost the 2 trade routes because we're not a merchant republic anymore. We'll skip his turn. then we'll see what we can do with him. Because if we know he's out there, then we know that he can be reactivated if we need him. Okay, so which we're probably not going to be able to need. That's right. Yeah, if we get a harbor built, we can then activate that trader again. There's a harbor out here in Barker we can build. So if we build another harbor, that will activate another trader out for us. So that's okay. So I don't feel so dumb anymore. The brain's still working. Okay, we're supposed to go to. Yeah, we can't do anything with them. Turn them off for now. We got to get another harbor built. Which means when Japan comes up, we're going to get a harbor set up, and these guys will be able to get back to work. So you can go to sleep. We'll set something up for you later. So we'll put that on the list. There are traders here that are sleeping. We'll figure out what to do with them when they wake up. Yeah, that one is sleeping. We can transform another city. We have one here in Kazan, but we don't really need him there. And no one can build a road. That's the other problem. Is that if we need a road built, these guys have to be ready to go. So if a trade route finishes, then they can immediately start the next route somewhere. So we have a road going north, a road going west, so we're fine. Send them to Januar. I'm curious. Because I'm curious if you can build that road out west. So until we get another harbor built, we can't set up another trade route. Because literally, if you have a harbor in the lake, you can set up a trade route, which makes no sense to me. But here we are. Here we are. Is there another place we can set up a harbor? I want to say no. Yeah, Brofty can't set up a harbor unless you get rid of that pool. Just a second. When we get that settler, I want to see if we can set that up. Can we buy that tile? 245 says we can. We can build a harbor out there. Make a note. And you can make a harbor very quickly in Brofty. It's a very productive city. Always think ahead, kids. Trade. Trade route. So Brofty will set up a harbor here for a trade route. We're going to have to buy that tile, though. So keeping that in mind. And we're willing to pay for it, because it'll pay for itself in like 2 turns. Because trade routes are very productive now at this point in the game. So it's not going to be that. And we have so much money. In fact, the fact that we can sell off some of our luxuries here and make money doing that means we can just pay for the harbor if we really want it. Because we have so much money, it's not even funny. So there's some stuff in this game you can't buy, like Mars modules. That's just straight production. You can't speed up production on those by paying for it. But you can pay for harbors and traders immediately without having to wait for them. You can spit them out ASAP. He won't give us this, will he? And he won't give us that. So we're going to steal one of those eventually from the northeastern part of the map. He's not going to give us the perfume either, I want to bet. Or his salt. Yeah, he needs that. He wants that for an amenity. He might give us something else that's of value. We don't need any more luxuries from him. Relic. Sculpture. Yeah, so basically every time one of their religious units gets killed by one of ours, they become relics. So they wind up getting more faith in tourism just by starting ideological combat with their opponents, which I think is kind of amusing. Do we want relics? I think we want artifacts, not relics. Okay, give us money, dog. No, not their. No, their money, not my money. Their money. They don't have much, so we do what we always do. I keep forgetting to do this. When I'm not recording, I'm going to do more of this. Yeah, you're going to accept. We're going to pay you to give us money. I think that's not how it works, dog. Strategic resources? Yeah, he wasn't going to accept that. Yeah, so we'll definitely do this when I'm not recording next time. So he wants the cosmetics. He wants the cosmetics. I'll tell you what, you give us that citrus and we'll talk. Yeah, he's not going to give it up because never mind, it's a non-starter. We already gave up our cosmetics to Scythia. So we'll come back and do that later when I'm not recording. We'll do all of our AI manipulation when we're not recording. I'll do a screenshot if you want to see how I do it. I'll show you a screenshot of the final deal we made, because you've already seen me do this several times in past videos. Just manipulating the AI so that they wind up giving us money for strategic resources, or they wind up giving us an artifact for a temporary loan of our excess luxuries. I was literally giving them coal for a priceless artifact that we got to keep. At one point, we were exchanging artifacts for artifacts, but we gave them an artifact. Literally, we got an artifact from the Scythians, which we then sold back to them for an artifact of equal value and 90 gold. So we sold them an artifact they gave us 2 years ago for $90. Capitalism. Amazing call, capitalism. Counter spy. You are worthless, by the way. I told you to protect this place. You suck. You've failed to protect the industrial zone twice already. You're the worst spy. You're Archer. We'll come back to you. Gurus, apostles. We'll circle around. These might be all the units I have to control now. Fine. This guy has 3 spreads. Did that other guy disappear? Or is he still? You think he's still trying to go to? He's still trying to go to a Cumberland, isn't he? He's still trying to go to Cumberland. Is the other guy still here? No, we probably rotate him around. We need to spread our religion somewhere else. Maybe to Fox eventually. Send him to Musket. We need to send someone to Musket. So we'll rotate the wall. So how many spreads does this guy has 1 spread? So you're gonna go here and spread to South Musket in how many turns? 2 turns, 2 turns, 2 turns. There's someone already here. Just get on the road. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, just get on the road. We'll talk about it later. When you get here, we'll talk about where we're going to send you. Because we need you to spread some of that religion. Okay. Spread the word of our death goddess, Lena Valkyrie. You are going to go over here. 1 tile down. To protect that end. You are going to go 1 tile over. That's half a movement point. You are going to go 1 tile over here and leave the rainforest open, but that's okay because we have plenty of people to get around. So you're going to... Okay, we'll skip your turn. We made most of these people sleep. Here we go. So you... he's guarding Musket. That's a scout. We'll be fine. The warrior monk is guarding this road from Neapolis to make sure the Buddhists aren't being spat out too quickly, I guess. He'll just keep an eye on them. He can't fight them because we're not at war with Japan, so we can't condemn heretics by punching them in the face. Shaolin style. We can, however, move one of these apostles north and get this guy down here. So get this guy down here. How soon can you get here? 1 turn. That's good. So we'll move you up. He has 3 spreads. Okay, tell you what. You spread here. Tell you what, you get on the road. We can share a tile. That's right, the guru can share a tile with this guy. Okay, so that's fine. So you can get here and spread. Yeah, you. Spread. So that helps Valkyrism in our city. So yeah, now we're even. So this will be our city shortly. 1 more spread. Square. So not you. You have a couple of missionaries we can send down here and have them spread too. So we can move some people up there so the missionaries can come down here and spread to Musket. Okay, so you... Yes, I will move you in a second. You get down here. In 1 turn, you can be here. We'll send other people down here to replace you so we can have them spread. He can't spread. He can still spread. So he has one spread left. The musket should be ours now. There's a builder over here I totally forgot about. I thought we spread. I don't know. Yeah, I want to make sure I didn't waste that spread. Because we need those spreads. Okay, you're worthless. Go to Japan. Go up there and make sure no one tries to mess with Japan, specifically our settlement. We don't need to, this guy. We won't need to spread. We'll come back to you later. 3 heals left. We're sending you north. Yeah, you're extra. So we'll send you up here. How many turns? 2, 2. You can get here in 2, can't you? Yeah, park yourself on the road, like everyone else. Let's see. Builder. Farm? Yeah, that's why he's here. Help the neighborhoods fill up. We already built those neighborhoods. They aren't going... It doesn't cost any money to maintain a neighborhood, apparently. Skip a turn. We'll just press square. 284 coming up, and here they come. They're coming through the rainforest. City is... they're attacking Japan. This is going to be interesting. They're trying to start a war. And they finished building... Yeah, they built their war valley before we did, but that's okay. We have enough production in it. The only city where we could have built it would have been Borsilver. You know, up north. Borprod. But it's on the river. We have an industrial zone there, but we already generate 40 gears there, so what's the point? We now buy another missionary. See who else needs more housing? No, we don't. In 6 turns we'll figure it out, but we need to slow down, actually. Yeah, in 6 turns we'll be fine, because we can absorb 1 more unit, then we gotta stop. But we're gonna have a builder, so we can focus on maybe getting some more housing out there. No access to fish. No more luxuries. We can build a lumberyard down here in Alexandria eventually. We already got the housing. We already got the housing boats out there. I'm surprised Gears can't get a harbor tile yet. Let me see what's going on with that. We already have a harbor, so I guess we can't buy another. There's no reason to buy another ocean tile. Yeah, we can't. We can buy ocean tiles out here, but we can't build another harbor. We can't do anything with that lake right there, but we already have a shipyard and yeah, and a lighthouse. There's nothing else to really be gained, which is why we're building which is why we're a spaceport project. We'll rename Sinorti later. Missionary. Keep forgetting we have a holy site here. That's right, we were spitting out missionaries at one point, which we'll probably end up doing again because we got apostles coming around the back side, so it's gonna be interesting. They might try to get around us. They probably can't sneak in through Sinorti's open flank in the rainforest. They can't get in through the back door, but we'll find out. Build a builder, I guess. We can't build a harbor out here, I'm fairly certain. There's no lake. Guess we're doing builders. And this city's blowing up. I mean, do we have any, we don't have any neighborhoods out here. Not that anyone wants a neighborhood out here in the middle of the rainforest. We got plantations, though. Sydney Opera House. Must be adjacent to a harbor. That's very amusing. But you spit out a lot of culture. Let's see. Maybe we should let the spy destroy our campus. We don't need it anymore. Maybe the AI doesn't allow that. Into a harbor. We don't need the hangar. We don't have a commercial hub here. I'm actually kind of shocked. You can help us build a commercial hub. Build it in the rainforest. +1 out there, +1 out there. Not much of a boost. I mean, again, it's just free money. I mean, come on. So pick a tile. What's going to be adjacent to it? Well, a harbor won't be. We've established that. I mean, this is going to be easy. Yeah, the adjacent district. Well, the adjacent city center district. We're gonna have bananas in a while, so make a point of trying to get those bananas though. We'll stay here on the road. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's right. Commercial zones count as harbors, right? Do a quick check. We're not building that. Do a quick check. We can actually buy a builder right now if we wanted one. Commercial hubs are extra trade routes. Boom, there you go. So a builder up us with that. Brothy, you're supposed to help us build a harbor, right? We have a settler, not a builder. We have a settler in here. We have to buy a harbor. So we can buy it with this. You can buy it out here. So we don't need a harbor if we already have a commercial hub. So that'll save us some... Well, I mean, the idea... we already have a harbor, so there's no reason for us to build one. Yeah, so we already have a commercial hub, so we don't need to build a harbor. So never mind, ignore what I just said. Ignore everything I just said. Get rid of that. Otherwise, you just wind up building shipyards and stuff. We don't need that crap. You get rid of that. So whatever. So the commercial hub will serve as our harbor. Our inland port, I guess. How do inland ports work anyway? Are they just planes that just land there for, you know, customs or something? Like, 'cause they have inland ports out in, like, you know, the Appalachian Mountains of Virginia. I mean, what do? They like send planes from Canada or Cuba or Puerto Rico. They send planes from like Haiti or something and say, yeah, send your mangoes here for inspection. Is that what they're doing? Because you can do that. I mean, like, what would an inland port be for? Like an airport, I guess. Probably, I can ask. I mean, I just found out a couple of years ago that there's an entire canal. There's an entire canal that connects Tombigbee to what, the Tennessee River. I mean, it's like a bunch of canals. I guess it's for, like, you know, instead of building an oil pipeline, you have, like, you know, waterways that carry oil from the Tennessee River out to Alabama and such. I forget. Look up the Tombigbee waterway. You'll see what I'm talking about. I want to say it was a big thing in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. That's what those civil engineers do, though. They flood areas and set up canals. Yeah, the Great Zimbabwe is never going to happen. Must be adjacent to a commercial hub with a market, adjacent to cattle. We don't have any cattle. So basically we need a commercial hub next to cattle. That's the secret. Well, you know, we can see Seven Brothers now. That's right, because we have a trade route going there. Is that a holy site? Kurgan. So I guess it's a holy site. That was for Zoroastrianism, and oh well. Not anymore, it's not. We got a bunch of Kurgans. So I guess the Kurgans are for Zoroastrianism. Let me do a quick check. R1. Locked, huh? So what were those Kurgans for? Yeah, I don't see Kurgans. Well, anyway, I lost spending faith to train warrior monks, move away in combat units with unique promotion tree, will be purchased, and I see with the temples. Yeah. So the Buddhists gave us church property, warrior monks, and defender of the faith, which is good for us, I guess. If we wanted to defend us, from other Buddhists, if we wanted to defend us from Zoroastrians and Valkyrians, but that's not our homegrown religion. Anyway, so us needs more housing. No, we don't. So we'll be fine. What are we gonna build in the workshop? Sorry, we already built in Seattle. Support 10 people here, so we don't need to grow anymore. We're gonna grow anyway, but. Build a factory. We don't need a power plant. We just need a factory. Just spit out more production. And we have 56 production gears coming out of this city. I mean, come on. I need to rename this city. Seacog. That's for Seacog now. Whoops. Okay, so we're Seacog now. I don't know why it's all caps, but there you go. It's weird. Haven't figured it out. Musket. Yeah, we have a market here now. I said I was going to spit this out really quick. I actually spit out units at some point. 31 gears is a lot of production out of this city. Guess we're doing a bank. We don't have an industrial zone. We're getting 32 gears out of this city. Okay, let's see. Square. Okinawa is a builder, so I guess we're going to do another one. We're going to build an aerodrome, probably. Can't build a trader. Watermill gives us more food. We have rice here, don't we? No. Here's an example. If we had a commercial site next, is that cattle? Yeah, if we had a commercial site next to the cattle, I think we'd be set, but we can't do that. That might be a wonder it's easy to get now that I think about it, because it's so specific. So few cities have access to it. How often does a city have cattle next to it? Other than Harbor probably has cattle next to a commercial hub if we hadn't built one yet. We don't have a harbor in Okinawa? No, we don't. Problem solved. Spit out and set. We got 50 production units coming out of this place. 50. You build it right here, dog. You build it right here in the inlet. Yeah, well, we've got +2 out here if we build it out here on the water. There's no cattle here. Actually, yeah, we have cattle here. So we can't. Where do we build the we can't build the commercial hub here because there's no land. So we can build it out here or out here. They're both +2s, but there's more land out here, so it makes more sense to build it here because you can get adjacency bonuses by putting the commercial hub there. So that makes sense. I'll have a builder help him speed it up once we improve all the tiles around Okinawa. It's a size 6 city. It's doing very well, actually. Okay, you're going to go to the other side. Builder, you already built that. Something over here? Let's build the industrial zone, dog. One more build order left. Let's do it. That's probably the reason why I sent him out here in the first place. Okay, we have a guru who has to be sent over here, I guess. Yeah, we're going to park him. Yeah, in one turn he can go here. But he has to get around us. Just guard the road. And we'll park you here. And then we'll come back to you. Builder. I guess he can build a farm. Give us more lumber. I guess he can give us more lumber, dude. Do you have a commercial district out here? Cattle. So if there were a Great Zimbabwe, it would be down here, wouldn't it? Because we don't have a commercial hub yet. So the Great Zimbabwe requires a market. So it's just an extra trade route, period, even if you have a harbor. They 2 go for every bonus resources in 3 tiles of the city and in the city's territory. Okay. Adjacent to a commercial hub district with a market and adjacent to cattle. So we just build it right there. Was the palace complex of the Queen of Sheba. We noticed that were the labors of King Solomon's mines. Oh, okay. For thought nearby by generation. Okay. Relax during their time on it. A point of boring fact was the capital city, and eventually covering some 600 people, about 18,000 of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe, which arose in 1220 AD, was gone by 1450 AD. Built entirely of stone, which was quite a feat in the jungle. Great Zimbabwe was soon afterward abandoned and fell into ruin. The earliest known record of the ruins is by a Portuguese officer. In 1531, made into great walls made of chiseled stone, fitted without mortar. 3 groupings: hill, valley, and great enclosure. The majority of archaeological objects have been found: soapstone, figures, such and so forth. So maybe those treasure hunters weren't so deluded after all. Kings 10:13. King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba all she desired and asked for. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Removed if game start after modern era. Okay. So we can do that, actually. Watch this. So if you build a commercial district here, and you remove the marsh, you get the Great Zimbabwe potentially here. Or you could build it here and get the Great Zimbabwe here. The idea is it has to be adjacent to a commercial district and cattle. So we need to build it here and then buy the cattle and then put the Zimbabwe there, I guess. It's safer to put it out here. We don't mind. We can lose the lumber yard. We're okay with losing the lumber yard. So we're going to lose a bunch of food, but we still have plenty of room to expand if we have to. So I guess the idea is build it out here so you don't lose as much food. So you can put a lumber yard here to replace the one we're going to lose over here. It's next to the cattle, so it works out. So remove the marsh and all the food that goes with it. Sorry. Then we'll build the Great Zimbabwe. Place it here. I assume it goes here. That's Stonehenge. There. Still going? We're still going. Okay, wonder. So we're building the Great Zimbabwe here. We'll probably have to rename it if we have to, but that just establishes that we're building that wonder right here. So it's off the screen so you can't really see it. But we know that it's there. Probably get rid of some of these. So we'll get rid of that one for now. We know that that place needs food. We'll come back to that. Japan, Lux. So we're going to wind up replacing a couple of these shortly. It's my chocolate attack. I haven't quite figured out what to do here. No more improvements. We're sending you... You were building a commercial district, right? Yeah, get over here and build that commercial district. There. Yeah, build that. You forgot something else for you to do. One more spread left. Yes, 3. Doesn't need it here, though. We need him to stay put to the Buddhist leaf. Builder. Bananas, bananas, bananas. When are we getting that tile? Next turn, right? Down. 6 turns. So send them there. We'll park them there for a while. Or we can go to Cumberland? I think Cumberland's fine. Too bad we can't dig up anything. Too bad we can't dig up anything like an archaeologist. How soon do we get here? 2 turns. That's too soon. So what can we do in the meantime? Build farms, I guess, and lumber yards. Yeah, work on that lumber yard till we're done. It won't go to waste. Settler. I guess we're going. I guess you're going east too, huh? There's nowhere else to build. You can build right there next to Kami. You don't have to deal with all the land they've stolen. I mean, they built right on top of us. Let's not complain here, people. So we're going to build a couple of cities out by Japan. Doesn't matter where you go here. 6. Yes, not so bad. So 4 turns. Let me know when you get here. Missionary, you're going to stay put. You're guarding this road, so you're going to sleep. Well, yeah, you're a permanent unit. We might have to move you later. You have 2 spreads. We'll come back to you in a second. So we'll keep you activated. Builder, are you grabbing that? We've already built that farm. Wait, we did? Wait, why were we out here? Yeah, why were we out here, dudes? Is there a tile that we're supposed to grab at some point? Let me check. 8 turns till then. That's no good. Nothing else you're worth grabbing, huh? We already got the uranium mine over there. When do we grab this tile? Why is it just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere? No one's touched it. Well, build some lumber yards or something. That won't go to waste. I don't think we need any more mines out here, do we? Actually, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, we can't do the industrial zone out there. Okay. Because we can't build an I guess we could build an industrial zone somewhere. Yeah, that's right. We can't build the Great Zimbabwe until we have a market. So there's no way to speed that up. So there's nothing else here we can grab, I want to say. What about that tobacco? When do we grab the tobacco? Eight turns till then, so we have to buy that tobacco. Which we can do. We can afford it, actually. Let's just grab it right now. I mean, we don't need tobacco right away because we already have enough. We don't have to sell it. We're not running out of tobacco to sell. So we'll come back to you. Yeah, missionaries and apostles. Okay, Januar. No trade routes. But we can set up a trade route later when someone comes back to go west and see how that works. But of course we can't move it yet because we can't look at, can we look at possible trade routes? I want to say no, because I can't do this when I'm recording the video. It's too slow. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be able to do this. So we can't show you the available routes because there are too many. Yes, we can't do it. We'll do that later. Let's see. Square. So if we're an apostle, we need to spread later. It's not now. We'll worry about spreading later. Because then once we spread our religion in those cities that need it, then we can lock them down. Might only need 4 units to set up a wall instead of 5. I mean, because we're using 6 units to spread around every tile around the city. We can probably lock it down with 5 if we're willing to rotate the wall. 2 spreads here. We'll come back to you. Skip your turn. Skipping your turn. And you still have spreads left, so we'll skip your turn and yours. And you might need to sleep, but we'll skip your turn on that holy site. And I don't know where we're sending you. Just build a mine, I guess. I mean, you can always spit out other units if you build a mine. And we'll let you sleep. We'll wake you up when the trader comes back. Thought we already had a route to Japan. That's right, we ran out of trade routes. That was the problem. Already got the uranium mine. No fish? Wow, no fish yet, dog. No crabs either. When do we grow? That's what I need to figure out. You need to sleep. Oh, he's already woken up. He's already sleeping. 2 crab tiles. I like that. 3 turns and we get this worthless tile over here. We get the least important tile on the board. I guess you have to grow sometime. I mean, I guess he could buy the... yeah, he's going to need more housing. We can support 8 people here, so we need more housing. So we're going to have to buy something. Let's do it. 245. What's the cheapest tile we got? No. So where do we want to grow? We don't really need more food, so let's just grab the money. Then we can grab that crab. Hun. You get over here. And build that. Next turn. 286 coming up? Nope, not yet. Get that mine. Yes! More silver, so we can sell that. And I'll do the trading later. That going over here. What do you do? Forms a fleet. I guess we get another one. I have to think about it. These fleets are worthless. Yeah, that's right. These fleets are worthless because all they do is waste money. They cost money to maintain, and we're not fighting anybody. We're not shooting anybody. I mean, come on. Okay, you. 1 turn. Yeah, we can get you here in 1 turn, so you can guard that farm. Yeah, 1 turn, so guard the farm. Sleep. We'll move you later if we have to. So we got this place. Actually, we should have put it on the road. I guess we'll end up doing that. We'll put him on the road in the next turn, then swap him out. We'll swap him out with that guru, that Valkyrian guru, because he's going to be attacked, but he's not going to attack a Buddhist. So we can keep him on the road, swap him to whatever side of the road the enemy's coming to, and then we can deal with that. Builder, what are you going to build? So I guess we're not going to do the... we can remove that national... We can remove this. If we need to build a national forest, we can remove that improvement. I guess you can remove farms and make them in the parkland. Missionaries here. We're spreading. We might not need to spread, actually. Who are we moving? 1, 2. We can move them there in one turn. What about you? Can you be moved? He has 2 spreads. Do you have any spreads? He has 1. He has 1, so you're going to be taken somewhere else. So if he has 5 turns, he can be moved here temporarily. You have 3 spreads. Stay right here, and you'll spread on the next turn. You have any more? No more gurus. No more Valkyrian gurus. Okay, so we need you on a road. Actually, we need the Buddhist monks guarding the roads. So you're here. We'll swap with you. We went to the wrong place. Buddhist guru right there guarding the road, and you can sleep. You, however, can be sent to another city and spread. Actually, we need to spread you somewhere else. We'll swap with you, because you can still spread. You can stay put, and you will sleep before. Actually, we'll activate you. We need you to wake up so you can spread one more time. You have 1 spread left. We'll send you to another city so you can protect somebody else. And so we'll send you up here to Fox or whatever. You have no more spreads left. So you're just going to sit here and guard this place. Get on the road, actually. So you can guard the road, and the Valkyrian gurus will guard the back door. Now this guy can spread, so we'll wait for the next turn. He's active, we'll keep him available for the next turn. This guy has no spreads left, so we'll let him sleep. He can be moved, but we want to let him sleep. Because he's not going to be... We won't need him to convert anyone anytime soon. Skip his turn. Square for the end of turn. 286 coming up. And they're attacking us in C nor T. City is looking to found a new city, probably near us. I think that's fairly certain. So if they trained him, where'd he go? Were you able to see the settler from space? Do we know where the settler came from? City status. Oh, gossip. Yeah, gossip's right here. Okay, where's the settler? Are we able to... I mean, I guess we aren't able to see the settler. Because we can't see what they're actually making. We don't have any spies here. We have a reporter, though. I think the reporter... Where is the reporter reporting from? That should tell us where the settler's being built. What kind of reporter are you? I just want to know if they're going to build near Barca. More importantly, if they build near our existing cities on the other side of Gears or something. They're probably going to expand out here near Muscat. So now I have to tell what's her name, don't build near us. In fact, we'll do that right now. Don't settle too near my cities. So I guess we'll buy something from her later. We'll see you in a moment, girlfriend. We can purchase an apostle again. And a guru, which is great. More Buddhist gurus to save our cities, I guess. Okay, I mean, no one's attacking. No one's really doing that much damage to our apostles, so I guess we're doing okay. Yeah, that guy took a hit, but he seems to be doing alright. No defensive bonuses in theological combat, huh? I'm gonna figure this out. Excuse me, I have to pull my mic. Let's see. Nope. No Q. So Norprod can do something else. Like builders, most likely. No traders, just builders.